else like
To
that.
each his own. But
I
I would
think
feel
most
like I
fathers-
failed as a father.
I think
if
most
I'm sitting
fathers-
across from a table with a dude the same age as me, that's
Pretty happy.
Diddy and Lori Harvey, they're heating things up in Italy.
Notice her arm is on the back of his chair.
Shocking. For some reason. You know, Steve Harvey's 22-year-old stepdaughter in New York looking super happy. And there's Diddy looking, nervous.
So this is fueling the
Okay, so the Diddy Pro has brought up a lot of skeletons to the surface, and some of them are pretty shocking. Listen, you all know that some time ago there were rumors that Diddy was involved with Lori Harvey, right? Well, the feds have seemingly discovered that it was actually a cover to hide the Harvey couple's freak-off relationship with Diddy. The rumors about feds recovering footage clips from Combs' mansion has made many people nervous, and Steve is allegedly one of them. Let's jump right into this tea, cause it's too hot to be missed. Diddy and Lori Harvey. So get this all right, previously people started to freak out after the rumors started making the rounds of Diddy being romantically involved with Steve Harvey's stepdaughter. You see, Diddy and Lori were spotted enjoying a late-night stroll in matching outfits in the Big Apple Soho neighborhood. Not only that, earlier that day, Diddy was spotted at the Revolt Summit kickoff event at the King's Theater. As for Lori, she was hanging out with Magic Johnson's daughter, Elisa Johnson, at New. You might be thinking they just might be friends, right? Well, just a few days before Lori posted a picture on her Instagram with a diamond ring on that finger. As well, the model was spotted with her arm around the rapper while out to lunch with her stepdad and mom Marjorie Harvey in early August. In the pictures that went viral, Lori is clearly seen being handsy with Diddy, so it's quite possible that they were in some kind of relationship. Nick C. and the comedian felt rather upset at the situation unfolding before his eyes during an interview with Vlad TV. Nick explained that he could never imagine his own daughter in such a situation. Okay, so fans were scratching their heads thinking about the time Steve Harvey claimed that he judged his daughter's boyfriends very strictly. For those who don't know, he said, "If I spot a bad one, I get rid of them. I make no bones about it, so they're very careful when they bring them. You can think a person is wonderful, but everybody's wonderful. In the beginning, everybody you always meet the mask can last for about 90 days, and then after a while the mask starts unraveling, and I just try to wait on that period. Sometimes they make it, sometimes they don't." Now, although this little speech appears to be very sincere on the surface, there lies a bitter truth that will leave your jaw on the floor.
To each his own. But
I
I would
think
feel
most
like
fathers-
I failed as a father.
I think most
if I'm sitting
fathers-
across from a table with a dude the same age as me.
But you should know that Diddy's Playboy antics have never been hidden, not to mention he is known for his wild parties. And we all know what kind of freaky things happen in the back rooms during those events. Jaguar Rai, who's been spilling tea about Diddy, has spelled it out for us during an interview with real-life street stars. She said not to mention the uncomfortable video Diddy posted back in 2020 where he claimed that he had adopted a white child named Ava Peroni. But fans could see that the child was anything but happy, and to say that their conversation is a whole red flag is an understatement. You see, Combs claimed in a TikTok video that he had adopted a white child whose parents are still alive, and then he urged the child to tell her side of the story. Let's not forget that Diddy used to live with Usher for—
Why do you think T.D. Jakes was at Puff Daddy's birthday party?
If Bishop Jakes was at a Diddy party, there could only be two reasons: money or that's all that happens at Diddy parties. I hope it was for money, because arguing about who's going to put the strap on is, that can be a very uncomfortable situation. You know, we're going to pray on it. Praise the Lord, you know.
Amen.
almost a year, and Usher revealed that he saw things that were not suitable for a teenager to watch during a 2016 interview on the Howard Stern show. Us users spoke about living with Combs. However, Usher revealed that he was about 14 or 15 when he lived with Combs, but he quickly shut down Stern's claim that Combs' house was filled with groups activities. He said, "I got the chance to see some things. I went there to see the lifestyle, and I saw it. I don't know if I can indulge and understand what I was even looking at. I had curiosity of my own. I just didn't understand it. It was pretty wild. It was crazy. I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very serious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it." Now, the weird thing about this arrangement is that Usher was under Diddy's guardianship, so no one could question the activities Diddy included Usher in, so it pretty much confirms the notion that Diddy involved Usher in some kind of freaky stuff. Later on, Diddy's rep confirmed that Lori did have a fling, but it was nothing serious. Him and Lori had a fun fling, but Diddy is still healing and focusing on himself right now. He's not ready to be in a long-term committed relationship and is focusing on his kids right now. In addition to that, Gan Deal also entered the conversation, claiming that Diddy was actually a Fed informant, though this is far-fetched to be true. Fans have alleged that Diddy is facing a grand purge as he is allegedly exhausted. Is used Diddy and Steve Harvey. Now, since Steve is a veteran in the entertainment business, there is no way that Steve is not aware of Diddy's questionable antics. So it makes fans wonder about Steve Harvey's legitimacy about being a Family Feud guru. Listen, we all know that Diddy—
That's a confidential informant. They'll let you do crimes, long as you don't do no murders and stuff like that. They'll let you go around and pay you.
Hall invited Gardner and her friend back to Hall's apartment for an after-party. While at Hall's apartment, Lisa Gardner was offered more drinks and was into having intimacy with Combs. After Combs finished doing his business, Lisa Gardner laid in bed, shocked and traumatized when Lisa allegedly tried to put her clothes on. Hall apparently barged in and had his way with her as well. According to the complaint, Combs went to the home where Gardner and her friend were staying, got really angry, and allegedly attacked and choked Gardner until she passed out. It alleged that Combs was allegedly looking for the friend because he feared she would tell the girl he was with at the time. However, a spokesperson for Combs denied the allegations, saying the claims were not credible and they are purely a money grab. This last-minute lawsuit is an example of how a well-intentioned law can be turned on its head. Miss Dickerson's 32-year-old history is made up and not credible. Mr. Combs never attacked her, and she implicates companies that did not exist. This is purely a money grab and nothing more. The latest lawsuit in Diddy's disgrace list was originally filed against Christian Combs, but that Diddy is also listed as a defendant. The suit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court claimed that Sean Combs created the circumstances that led to the attack and paid to cover it up afterward. The lawsuits accused the producer and music mogul of misconduct. Grace Omar Kai, who worked as a crew member and a bartender on the boat, claimed that in late December 2022, Christian Combs pressured her to drink tequila that she believes was spiked with another substance. According to the plaintiff, he touched her and attempted to force her to perform certain acts, the girl just trying to do a job. And it's like she really can't say no. It's ridiculous. According to All Right, she made him sit beside her. Then it goes on to say plaintiff resisted and remained polite, asking to leave. She claimed that Sean Combs, who chartered the yacht throughout the holidays in 2022, had full control of the staff and premises and created circumstances where her attack was not only tolerated but encouraged. Omar Kai, who was 25 at the time, revealed that when Christian Combs came aboard late one night, he appeared heavily intoxicated and began giving her inappropriate attention.
Celebrities are going to be shook. He had politicians in there. He had princes.
She explained that the two of them were in a music studio on board the ship where producer Rodney Jones was told to be available around the clock for Sean Combs to work on his next album. Fortunately, microphones in the studio where Jones was told to capture everything recorded their exchange, and the lawsuit includes a transcript where Omar Kai demands that Christian Combs stop touching her. Now, unlike past instances, this is not just a passing hurdle for him, as this time around there is a very real chance of Diddy being indicted. Law experts claim that the feds never raid a house until they believe they have a solid case against the defendant. Not only that, the experts believe that now that Diddy is under clear threat, he would do anything in his power to drag the trail further. Diddy has essentially unlimited funds to defend this case, and I expect him to litigate it very aggressively. Ultimately, I think Diddy is going to be indicted by a grand jury. If Diddy waives his right to a speedy trial, he could potentially push the case out a year or more. Some fans suspect that Diddy had all the big names on their knees for him. Yikes. So Diddy had every successful black dude in Tinseltown to not just the music industry. Things ain't always what they seem in Hollywood. You know, we all suspected this for years. Already all of it. Others believe that Lori did date Justin and Diddy at some point. Lori went from the son to the father. I wonder if she was a part of the foes. I really believe that Lori is a pawn used as a part of Steve's rise in the industry. I feel like she's a part of some package deal. And I wonder why Steve seems to get most of the TV jobs out there, despite what anyone says. It is a fact that success in Hollywood comes at a price. And it's certainly not a cheap one. That's all for today. Be sure to like and subscribe for more exciting videos just like this. Giving substances to young women, and the agency is likely looking into the alleged crimes committed in multiple states. Okay, so the reports claim that the authorities have collected a boatload of evidence, including all types of servers and electronic devices. Experts revealed that the agency is looking for videographic evidence so that they could prove Combs guilty without much effort. And if we look at Rodney Jones's claims, Diddy allegedly had his whole house wired, even bathrooms. And if the footage leaked, many big names might be in great trouble in his lawsuit. The record producer has alleged that Combs' affiliation to the Duke of Sussex and other international dignitaries, musicians, sports figures, and politicians gave him and his associates legitimacy. The complaint stated affiliation with and/or sponsorship of Mr. Combs' state parties garnered legitimacy and access to celebrities, such as famous athletes, political figures, artists, musicians, and international dignitaries like British Royal Prince Harry. Even Gene Deal, who used to be Diddy's ex-security detail, claimed that the big names were going to be shaken if the tapes got out. Fan claimed that the list of celebs that attended the Diddy parties has been out, but the higher-ups have been keeping that information away from the general public. And guess what? Steve Harvey is present on that list. Sources close to the couple alleged that Lori was actually presented as a gift to Diddy to have fun with by Steve himself, and rumor has it that Steve has got his success thanks to the services he and Marjorie provided Diddy behind closed doors. And Storm Monroe also revealed that Diddy planned his parties to allegedly knock out celebs and upcoming artists with substances and then have his way with them by using their backside while filming the whole scene. And the next day, when they allegedly woke up, Diddy would make them sign unfair deals that would only benefit him. Jaguar Wright also claimed that this might be the way the higher-ups are able to get men to wear dresses as well. So y'all, this whole mess is interconnected anyway. The word has it that Diddy and Harvey used to have frequent sessions with Marjorie in the secret rooms, and now with this sensitive secret on the line, Steve Harvey has been allegedly trying to put a hit on Diddy's head. And Suge Knight, who has been Diddy's rival for years, sent a message from jail claiming that's life was in great danger. He said, "I tell you what, Puffy, your life is in danger cause you know the secrets who's involved in that little secret room you guys are participating in. They're going to get you if they can. Sometimes you got to face the music that's most of the time." Has invited Puffy in prison with open arms and suggested ways to embarrass himself by wetting himself. You see, it is common knowledge that outside laws of interaction do not work behind the bars, and they have their own hierarchical system. And Suge has also alluded that Diddy might be doing himself a favor by wetting himself in front of his seniors. Another aspect about Diddy recording that no one is talking about is that if the feds have got all the recordings from his Los Angeles home, then Diddy might be cooked both criminally and civilly. You see, in California, you need consent to record someone. Without their consent, he will catch a criminal case and can be sued substantially in civil court. Unlike New York and New Jersey, California is a two-party consent state. This makes it illegal to record a private conversation unless all parties consent to the recording. A violation of the two-party consent provisions of the California Penal Code is a criminal misdemeanor and may also give rise to a civil lawsuit. Anyway, Lori also indirectly revealed that she did not have a relationship with Diddy. She claimed that since she is quiet, people dismiss her silence as agreement. She debunked the rumors, but didn't comment on Harvey's relationship. She said, "It's so funny because I'm so quiet. There's been so many stories that have been made up about me. I've seen stories about me being fully in love with somebody, and we have this whole relationship. And I'll see the guy and I'm like, I've actually never even met him before." Fans believe that Lori is talking about Diddy in that statement. And although she debunked the rumors related to her, she didn't comment on Harvey's rumors. They claim that since Steve is her stepdad, she should defend him. Another thing that didn't get past the eagle-eyed fans is that Lori allegedly claimed she had never met Diddy, but there is photographic evidence to prove it. It may be because Lori might be covering after her stepdad's alleged affair. Diddy's legal troubles. Apart from that, Diddy has been in trouble ever since Cassie Ventura filed a lawsuit against him. The complaint claimed that Diddy was a vicious, cruel, and controlling man who asserted complete control over Ventura's personal and professional life. It also detailed mistreatment he allegedly inflicted on her after meeting her.